everyone, and welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. So, being at home all these days, weeks, months, well, logically I was going to give you a video about casa, about a house. And so this video today is precisely that. They're expressions or sayings that they use in Spain that includes the word house. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin. Vamos a empezar. Okay, so the first one I have here for you is ir como Pedro por su casa. Okay, and that just refers to when you are in a new situation or a new place, but you don't feel out of place. You feel, well, quite at home. You feel comfortable and confident. Okay, so that's when you would use this expression, ir como Pedro por su casa. If you translate it word for word, it would be to go like Pedro through his house. Aren't they strange? It's really, I like that. I don't know, the wealth of Spanish. I love it, and I love this expression. Okay, so the second one I have for you is ser una verdad como una casa. Word for word. To be a truth like a house. We don't have anything that sounds quite as cool as that. So that is when you're telling the truth. It's a fact. There is no room for doubt or there's no doubt about the situation. If this is truth, there's no denying the truth, then you would use this. Ser una verdad como una casa. And again, this is quite a common and popular saying. Okay? Ser una verdad como una casa. Okay? And I suppose it refers to the fact that the house is not changeable. It's quite strong and sturdy, and yeah, so I suppose that's where you would use that, and that's where it comes from. Okay, number 3. Empezar la casa por el tejado. Do you know what the tejado is, guys? So the tejado is the roof. Okay, el tejado, the roof. So empezar la casa por el tejado. I don't know whether or not we have an expression that translates quite literally to that, to start the house from the roof. I don't know whether or not we have that expression. I will have to look it up. But what it means is to throw money down the drain. Okay, so to be very wasteful with your money. Okay, you have to comment down below. Have you heard of any of these before? Let me know. I'd like to know what you guys think. Right. Next one. Tirar la casa por la ventana. Let's throw the house through the window. Quite literally what it says. To throw the house through the window. Where do they get these from? Okay, and this is when you spend a lot of money. This is when you spend a lot of money on something. You're quite wasteful in that. So I suppose it's quite similar to the third one. Have you heard this expression before? Do you ever use it?
I've never used it, but I've heard it before.
Yes, tirar la casa por la ventana. So yeah, when you spend a lot of money. Would you agree that's the closest translation to that one for that one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, let's move on. La casa de Tócame Roque. Okay, I think the character Roque is actually someone famous from, could it be Madrid?
I'm not sure.
I think that's what it is. But it refers to confusion, so a state of just a lot of noise and a lot of shouting. So I don't know how we would say that. So I think a madhouse is the closest thing I could come up with. A madhouse. So la casa de Toque Roque. So you have things everywhere. There's no order to things. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of noise. Probably a lot of arguing. La casa de Tócame Roque. Okay. That's our house these days, with children running about and just arguing constantly. So you would use it in that sense, okay? To say that your house is just madness. It's mad and there's no order at the moment because that's what la cuarentena causa, okay? The causa, pues, que la casa de Toca Meroque es mi casa ahora, okay? Right, it's a madhouse, an absolute madhouse. Right. Number 6, unos por otros, la casa sin barrer. This one quite literally says, some for others, the house unswept. Okay? And what this refers to is that, you know, when you have a duty or you have an obligation, you have a job to do, and you'll say, oh, well, no, you have to do it. Or you keep passing around the task for someone else to do because you don't really want to do it. And in the end, no one gets it done.
We do that here a lot. Like,
Yes.
for example, you say, go get me this, and then the other person will be like, hey, mom told you to go get this, and the other person will tell someone else, hey, mom told you to go
Yeah.
get this, and in the end, mom's the one who goes and gets it.
Or it is not done at all. It doesn't get done at all. It doesn't get... Yeah. So it's basically, yeah, this is a perfect one when you're talking about your siblings, because there's an order of things. Like parents will tell
The eldest,
yeah,
and the eldest would be like, no,
Yeah,
I'm older
you
than
go.
you go, and then it'll be like, no, you go, and then there's the baby who just can't do it, so.
Yes. So passing, so I would say, yeah, passing around the chore or the responsibility. Yes.
I
Yeah.
love when you have to use the excuse, why do I have to do it? Because I'm older than you.
Why do I have to, oh, that's because I said so, okay? So yeah, so unos por otros, la casa sin barrer. So in the end, no one does it because everyone thinks it's somebody else's responsibility to do it. I don't know if we have an example, an expression for that in English. I don't think we do, so, but that's what it means, okay? Talking about siblings. Tirar los tejos is when you are trying to show romantic intentions towards someone. So you have
When you're
romantic-
flirting.
Yeah, or you're trying to chat somebody up. So
It's called flirting.
I know what it's called. It's
Mom,
called-
when people go to go partying, they're like, oh, voy a tirarle los tejos a ese o a esa. That's the
to
expression.
show romantic interest.
Flirting.
But flirting, coqueteando.
No, but Mom, no, Mom.
What was that?
Listen,
Okay,
no.
esto
I surround
coquetear,
myself
esto
with
that.
teenagers. That was flirting, Mom. It's called flirting. They're like,
This guy
oh.
was trying to tell me what flirting is. I know what flirting is.
Okay, sure.
Coquetear.
Okay.
Okay, but you know what it means. Okay, romantic intentions to someone.
Flirting.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
flirting.
next one.
Okay, flirting. Tirar los tejos is when you're showing into the more formal, showing romantic interest in someone, or as the camera woman says,
Flirting.
flirting. Right, let's continue. And tirar los tejos is like to throw. So you're throwing the roof, bits of the roof away. Okay, to throw away the roof. Okay. Casa de herrero, cuchillo de palo. Word for word, the house of a blacksmith, house of a blacksmith, knife,
Made of a stick?
yeah, made of a stick or a wooden knife.
No,
A stick
de
or-
palo. No, that's a
Palo
stick.
is a stick, yeah, it is. So,
knife
so a house of a
Blacksmith, knife
of a stick.
Knife made of stick.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And basically what it means is that just because you're an expert, it doesn't mean that you're always on it. Okay, so
You mean
What-
like just because you know something really well doesn't mean you're always right?
exactly. We have an expression for this. I think it's something like what's our expression for that? I think it's something to do with venga. You know when you have it at the tip of your tongue. So for this expression, I think we say let me get it right. The shoemaker's son always goes barefooted.
Barefoot.
Always goes barefooted. Yeah. something like that. That's our expression. So, you know, I remember saying to our assistant, when I said, you know, your house must be spotless all the time because this is what you do. And so she used this expression, because it doesn't mean because you're a cleaner that your house is always going to be spotless. It does not mean that at all. Probably by the time you get home, you don't fancy cleaning your house, you know. So yeah, it refers to this sort of situation. Okay, number 9. Casa con dos puertas, mala es de guardar. Why? Somebody's been. Oh, it's probably been me. It was probably me rubbing things off. Okay, casa con dos puertas, mala es de guardar. So word for word, we would get house with 2 doors, horrible to keep. So I think this refers to the fact that a house with a lot of entrances is just very difficult to control. So the expression for this, I'm just going to leave it as a literal translation. So the more doors, harder to maintain. And this refers to, if you can think of a better translation, share that, because I'm not quite sure whether or not we have a saying for this one. So this is basically saying things are easier to control if there's one entry and one exit. A house with many doors or with 2 doors, it makes things harder to control and to keep on the, yeah, to run. Okay, and number 10. El que no arregla una gotera, arregla la casa entera. Word for word, you'd get. He who doesn't fix a gotera. He who doesn't fix a gotera. Ayúdame con gotera. Leak. Oh my gosh, I forget the silliest thing sometimes. He who doesn't fix a leak, fix the whole house. And it just refers to the idea that if you don't fix the small details and take care of small details, well, they become bigger and bigger. Small problems become bigger and bigger if you don't take care of them when they start out. So take care of the small problems. So take care of small issues so later you won't have to deal with big ones. Okay, so for example, if you have a you don't go to the bank, you have an overdraft, you've got an overdraft, and you know that you should go into the bank because it's only a few pounds to fix the situation, but you leave it for a few more days, and then by the time you remember, you have to pay a whole bunch of money, and if you'd taken care of it initially, that would not have happened. So it refers to that sort of situation. I hope you would have found these useful, and if you have a better translation to any of these that you've seen today, do share and let me know. And I hope you'd otra vez una avispa. Está nerviosa. Vale. Que no te va a picar. Tranquila. Okay. Vale, chicos. Hasta la próxima vez. And you already know, if there's anything that you need me to cover, all you need to do is let me know down below. Be safe and hasta la próxima vez. Adiós.